So I spoke briefly in my last video about this story. The other day I was given a message to go check on a family. I was given a couple numbers, so I reached out to somebody that knows them. After meeting him, I learned that he's much like most of the other stubborn Appalachians that I've met all my life. He's never going to tell you what he needs. His name is Jim Ogle. Jim and his wife lost their home on the storm on September 27th. After spending a little bit of time with him, I learned they needed a camper. So I contacted Bill St. Pierre, and being the literal saint that Bill is, he drove a camper all the way down from Virginia to Swannanoa today. In these situations, I never like to shove a camera in someone's face, but Jim's allowed me to tell you a little bit of a story.
Yeah, well, the storm, I got up that morning and it had been raining at night pretty hard, the wind. So I got up that morning I always get up about 5 o'clock. So I go looking out the door, looked out there, and the water was already up the road. And then I messed around there and I went back in the house and drunk me some coffee and come out. And that way, time the water was coming on up. And then he's on up. My truck was sitting down at the bottom. I said, well, I'll go back in the house and get my keys and move my truck. And it was already up over the door handle. And I said, well, I can't move that. So I got to piddling around in there with my dog, getting him situated. I knew it was coming fast. So I got out, looked on the porch, and I could watch all my garage and my buildings are floating down the river. By that time, he was getting on up on the porch. And I was standing, and I got the little dog, and I got climbed up on the porch, holding him, and it was getting bad. I mean, it was really bad. So climbed up on the patio table and grabbed a hold of the rafter. And I held to that rafter, holding my little dog in my arm. The water kept coming up, so this toter, I put the dog in it and I held on to him and the rafter too. And I was getting cold and hypothermia. And so I heard the neighbor behind the house holler, where you at? And I said, I'm on the front porch. And the water dam was up to here on me. And he come across from the bank back there, come across the house with a rope and got over and tied the rope to me, and I got over and he got the little dog and rode him up on the roof. And then he got me and I managed to get over him. He got up on the roof and pulled me up by my arms up on the roof, and then by that time I couldn't hardly go. So I crawled across the roof and got over the other side, got back down the water, and the little dog swam. He was following me. And the guy up on the bank got me and pulled me up on the bank. And I got out and I couldn't walk. I couldn't do nothing. I just limped. So the guy next door, he carried me on his back on up in the holler to the neighbor's house up there. And it was terrible. I mean, I've been through a lot I've worked in tornadoes, hurricanes, but I never seen nothing beat this. I mean, I have been to places that's been tore up, but this devastated me.
You lived in Appalachia, the hardest times you could live in Appalachia, and to say that that's the hardest that you've ever been through, that's saying a lot.
That's the hardest thing I've ever went through. And I didn't think I was gonna make it through it. And it's been tough. I lost a lot of things, but my life. I kept the most important thing, my little dog and my life.
Your wife was in the hospital at that time, and she didn't know anything about it, right?
Yeah, she was in the hospital, and thank God, because I would have never got her out. And there's 2 days there, she didn't know where I was at. I knew where she was at, but she didn't know where I was at. And it was terrible. It really was. But you don't know, you're not the only one. These people around here, different areas, they lost lives and families. So I'm fortunate. And I run into this fella here, and I'm really fortunate.
I would have never known if somebody didn't come to me, because I know you wasn't going to say nothing.
No, I wasn't going to ask you. But I'm going to say another thing. All the people out here that's safe or didn't get hurt or nothing, look at it as a wake-up call. It's waking you up to tell you you could have it tonight and gone in the morning. No matter what you own, if it's a mansion on the hill or a shack in the valley, we're all the same.
During all this, I learned that Jim's a musician. He lost all of his guitars in the storm. And because of your donations to Valley Strong Disaster Relief, I was able to go to Guitar Center today and pick out that brand new Taylor that he's dreamed of all his life.
What? No. Oh man, that is beautiful. My God. Oh, that is beautiful. I can see it before I get out. Oh, man. I got to strum it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Jim and I spent the next several hours on his property talking rhythm and blues and old country music. I got a free concert from him.
Well, today I started having you again, and I'm right back where I really always been. Well, I got over you just long enough to let my heartache win, and today I started loving you. What a fool I was to think I could get by with only these few tears that I cried. I should have known the worst was yet to come, and today I started loving you again.
Blues man.
Oh, I love that. I love that to death.
What did you do?
I would sleep with that. I would sleep with that. Man, I can't tell you how much. Wow, I've always wanted one.
Well, you got one now.
God, baby.
That's a
God, baby.
big baby Tay. Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
On my way home, I got to thinking, how can we help Jim? Obviously, you can go to valleystrongdisasterrelief.org and help out that way. That's why we have it set up. But then I got to thinking, we have a concert venue. Why don't we just let Jim bring his God-given talents to Silverados and pack the place out and sell some tickets when the time is right? So Corey doesn't know this yet, but Corey, Jim is going to be headlining Silverados sometime in the near future. Keep on fighting.
Said, Mama, won't you come back home to me? Tell me all the stories you went. I know the day that you said it wouldn't be long. Come on home. Come on home. I know the old man left you. I'm gonna look for you all my life.
Damn.
Need me a pick.
I got some. I bought you some.